G'day folks, today I'm going to take you through the process of lengthening a seat pole tube. Okay, we're going to lengthen it by 300mm. Many reasons why you want to lengthen a seat pole. You can't see over your new sounder, or you're just really tall, for whatever reason. How I do it is I use a channel, and the channel will sit perfectly around the seat pole. This will keep it straight. So what I do is I put the channel onto there, little clamp, and then I use the other side. I leave myself a nice little gap for welding this together, and we get a nice even gap all the way around, and then I can clamp that one on. There is a couple of different ways to lengthen and strengthen your seat pole. That is, either you can put a sleeve up the inside of it and you just weld the sleeve at the joint, because you can't weld it any further. You just weld the sleeve at the joint, or you can put a little sleeve over the outside of it, which is what I've chosen today. I'm going to put this sleeve, a very tight little sleeve. I'll put the sleeve over the top of my weld and then run welds on either side of the sleeve. And because that's the weakest point right there where it will break, I made sure that the seat pole doesn't go too far into the floor. I did remove a little bit of the original seat pole so that I could get this spigot away, and I just put on a little bit longer piece on there, so I can get this sleeve away from the edge of the floor. So this way, by putting this channel underneath there, it'll keep the seat pole straight in all dimensions, all the way around. It'll keep it all straight. So all I'm going to do is then start to tack it. If I tack on one side, I tack on the other side, and it'll pull and move a little bit, distort a little bit, but by doing it one on each side, it'll distort even amounts and hopefully keep that nice and straight for us. It's not critical when it comes to a seat pole, but certainly I like to make things that little bit neater and cleaner. Then when we're finished, I'll sand off the weld, because I will get a little bit of growth on the material there. Even though I've got myself a nice little penetration gap there, I'll still get a little bit more. Sand that off, and then I slide this over the whole lot and then re-weld this back on again. So the next process we're on to is to tack this all together. I'll get the welder set up. I'm going to use the MIG today, just quick and easy and fast. This is a cheap repair, and it's much cheaper doing this than what it is to build a whole new seat pole, which you saw me making some seat poles in the last video. So this is a lot easier and a lot cheaper. So I've got the trusty Feronius, my favourite welder. Give it a little bit of a clean each time. Just gets a little bit of build up after welding. Clean that all out. Make sure your gas diffuser is nice and clean as well. Get that back on there. Now this is 4mm. I set my machine to just under 4mm. It's a little bit cooler than 4mm, because we've got a gap to deal with, all of the things. That's just getting to know your machine and what settings you have it on. Always got my protection. Now, before I go any further, I'll just show you that we put the straight edge on there and the straight edge on here, so that you can see that there's no gaps in between any of it. And of course, you just use your straight edge all the way around it, and you can tell that it is straight and true. So we'll put a couple of little tacks on it. One on one side and one on the other. So after a couple of tacks, I'm just going through and I'm checking to make sure that everything is still square and still in the same plane, and it is. It's good how these, just a simple clamp holds it in 3 spots. 1 from the clamp on the top and 2 from the channel, and that just locks it into place. All right, so I'm going to go around and put a couple more tacks on here, then release this and put a couple of tacks on the other side so that it doesn't move around on me. Straight edge, just checking, making sure that everything is still, try to not sit on top of your tacks, because sitting on top of your tacks will give you a false read, but everything seems to be perfect and square. So now I'm just going to put a few more tacks around it and then just weld it out. Once that's welded out, I will sand it off and then slide this over. This will be the strength. This is another piece of material which is 50 mil in diameter on the inside, and it'll slide over that, and I'll get a nice fillet weld around the outside of it on both sides. And then this danger point or weakest point, it'll be surrounded by another piece of thicker material, so we're never going to break this seat, and that's the whole aim of the game here. That's pretty well it, all done now. So now all I need to do is sand this off. Once that's sanded off and nice and smooth, then I'll be able to slide this over the top. It's a pretty snug little fit, and of course I'll run into trouble trying to get it over that if it's not sanded smooth. So I'll just whack on some ear protection and some eye protection, and I've got some wax and my sander. There we have it. I'll bring you a bit closer. There's the joint. Turn this over. It's quite hard to turn over. Here we go. Turn it over. All right. So I haven't left anything there. Now we just got to slide this spigot over the top of it all. We may have to hammer it in place, and I may have to let it cool down first. It's going to be tight to get over it, but we will get it over, okay? Right, as I thought, this is going to get a bit harder, so I've got myself a larger piece of pipe and I'm just going to tap that until I'm up to my mark where I know where I have to be, and then we've got half and half. So when we finish this job, it'll have just a nice little weld around the top and the bottom of that, and she's not going to go anywhere. Very strong. Earth clamp back on. Little vertical downs on these ones, just for nice, clean, tidy welds. Straight to the opposite side to try to even the welds out on both sides. Right, we've got one little weld left to do. That is it. Okay. Come down here and have a look. Obviously this is straight off. Oh, it's heavy. Here we go. Straight off the gun there. I'll give that a bit of a wire buff. And of course, same underneath there as well. All right. There's our lengthened seat pole. And of course, I do also have, over here, sorry. I've got the bung here, which is going back into the bottom there. And I'll pop rivet that off. It's got a little hole in the side of it there. To put a pop rivet in, line that up, put the pop rivet in so this doesn't drive into the bottom of the seat mount. All right, I'll grab something and we'll give this a bit of a wire buff up. And that's all we really need on this. Nice little weld around the top there, very quick. And we've lengthened the seat pole. I've just got to run the pop rivet into this. Into there. It's a little bit hot at the moment. I won't do it just now, but that's all we need to do on these sort of jobs. Thank you for watching me today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you've got any comments, please don't be shy. Write them down and I'll answer them as best I can for you. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.